WrestleMania is rapidly approaching. Are you ready? Hi, how's everybody doing? Scott Holiday here for Plus 2 Wrestling, and I tried to round up absolutely everything that's going on in Philadelphia for WrestleMania weekend. So if you're planning to be here or watching from home, I got a bunch of stuff for you. So this is going to be a long one. I'm so tired. I'm on the peripherals of most independent wrestling shows, and I'm super tired and booked. So we got to get into this as quickly as possible. But before we do, let's plug in. This very Saturday, March 23rd at 1 p.m., it is Cosplay Pro Wrestling. Join us at 827 Jersey Avenue in Gloucester City, New Jersey. That is super craze for some Cosplay Pro Wrestling to support Extra Life, which is a fantastic charity that gives games and toys to those in hospitals. So please join us. It's going to be a fantastic show featuring Deathstroke versus Deadpool and an open challenge from the dashingly handsome Giovanni of Team Rocket. Tickets are just a $10 donation, so join us this Saturday in Gloucester City, New Jersey, and I'll see you there. WrestleMania is right around the corner, and that means that some of the best wrestling all around the world will convene in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, giving you dream supercards. If you can't make it to WrestleMania, there's plenty of great wrestling in the area. So I'm going to try to tell you absolutely everything wrestling related that's going on that week. This is going to be a long video, so a couple rules. One, I don't have time to see if these things are sold out, so make sure that you check to see if tickets are available. Don't try to buy tickets at the door. I'll try to include links in the description below where I can. Two, I'm limiting every plug to just 2 or 3 matches. I don't want to give you the entire card. For the sake of time, we're going to try to condense this. 3, I'll be sure to make sure you know which events I'll be at if your goal is to see Scott Holiday in person. And also, if you can't be there in person for any of these events, I highly recommend you subscribe to iwtv.live or independentwrestling.tv. It's the same website, they just have multiple addresses. With a subscription, you can watch a lot of these events live, and you can watch the replay for these events. And that's not pay-per-view, it's not like the Fight app. If you have a subscription, you can watch it like it's Netflix, so I highly recommend that. I hope to see you at some of these events, and let's jump in. WrestleMania week starts, no joke, on Monday, April 1st with Monday Night Death at the H2O Wrestling Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. There you will see Zeta Steel taking on Marcus Mathers. Also, in tag team action for the H2O Tag Team Championships, the Pillars, Malcolm Monroe III and Tommy Vendetta, not Versetta like I've been saying in blown takes, will take on the team of Chris Bradley and Christian Ross, not Kyrian Cross, like I said in a bunch of blown takes. Also, you will see the Danny Havoc World Hardcore Championship on the line as Neil Diamond Cutter takes on Joel Bateman and Colby Corino. You can check that out at the H2O Center in Williamstown, New Jersey at 8 p.m. Tuesday, April 2nd at 6 p.m., Becky Lynch will be at the Barnes & Noble in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, signing her book, Becky Lynch, The Man, Not Your Average Girl. This does appear to be a ticketed event, so make sure you get your tickets for this. Don't just show up at the Barnes & Noble and think you're going to be able to meet Becky Lynch. It's probably going to be absolutely mobbed. So get your tickets for the book signing at the Philadelphia Barnes & Noble at 6 p.m. If you're looking more for some wrestling, then head back over to Williamstown, New Jersey at the H2O Wrestling Center for the Hustle Cup 4. There you will see, the Hustle Cup. The entire Hustle Cup tournament will be going down at this event, and all the superstars, or wrestlers, I should say wrestlers in this case, involved in this match have not been announced yet, so it's all TBD. But that doesn't mean that there are no matches that have been revealed. You will see Ryan Redfield versus Colby Corino. Plus, Cieno Vega will take on Matt Mikowski, my number one pick for the breakout star in the Independence of 2024. Wednesday, April 3rd, it is the first Scott Holiday approved show because I'll be doing commentary for Labor of Love and Sean Henderson presents WrestleJohn. That's at 5 p.m. at Attic Brewing Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where we will crown the first ever Labor of Love citywide champion as the world famous Cheeseburger takes on Weber Hatfield. Plus, in a high-flying, fast-moving collision, we will see Speedball Mike Bailey battle Paul London. And finally, in trios competition, it is the reformed Colony. That's Electro Ant, Ultimo Ant, and the returning Worker Ant taking on the Cyberhawks, which is Razorhawk, Thunderhawk, and Dangerhawk. Can't wait for this one. It warms my heart to see this trios match happening, so I'll see you at Attic Brewing. Then you can head over the bridge at 7 p.m. because at the Pine Grove Association, it's going to be Pro Wrestling R's Do It Again at 7 p.m. If you don't know Pro Wrestling R, it is an African-American owned, African-American promoted wrestling company with some great African-American talent on it. I highly recommend you check this out because you will see some fantastic matches. Matches like the Pro Wrestling R Rise Championship on the line as Mike Z defends against Al De Niro. Plus, for the Tag Team Championships, Black Renaissance, that's Devontis and James Gray, will battle Pure Ignorance, that's Chad Evans and Prince Machiavelli. And for the World Heavyweight Championship, Isaiah Wolf defends the title against the Prince of Camden, Deshaun Pratt. If you want something a little bit lighter, a little sillier, at 8 p.m., maybe head on over to Williamstown, New Jersey at the H2O Wrestling Center for Intergender Bonanza 19 presents Cream Mania. This is put on by Stan Styles, who is a hilarious and fantastic wrestler. And there you'll see matches that you will not see anywhere else. Matches like Stan Styles versus Ericademia. Matches like Zeta Steel versus Sunny Kiss. And matches like, for the IGB Super title, Marcus Mathers defends against Effie. This is going to be a really fun show if you can make it over there. But if you want something a little bit more intense, Circle 6 and New Fear City are putting on Mania Kickoff, which is a lie. A bunch of stuff has already happened. I mentioned it in this video. But you can check them out at 8 p.m. at The Fire in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They don't have a card announced yet, but it should be a very violent show. So be sure to check that out if you need to have that itch scratched. If you're done with wrestling and you just want to sit back and enjoy a little bit of podcasting, at 8 p.m., the Not Sam Wrestling podcast will be happening at Helium Comedy Club on Sanson Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And then if you stick around at 10:30 at the Helium Comedy Club, it's Hunkamania. Now I know Hunkamania sounds like it's a male burlesque show, but it is not. I promise you it is not. It is a stand-up show featuring the Hollywood hunk himself, Ryan Namath, and his brother, Nick Namath, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler. So that should be a good time at 10 p.m. at the Helium Comedy Club. Thursday, April 4th is where things start getting really crazy. So, expect jump cuts at this point because I'm going to mess stuff up. But we start at 11 a.m. at the auditorium at Penn's Landings Caterers. It's a very nice place. At 11 a.m. it is Defy Wrestling's Can't Deny It. There you will see my personal friend Kenta defend the Defy World Championship against Gringo Loco. Plus, the Defy Women's Championship will be on the line as Vert Vixen defends in a triple threat match against Trisha Dora and Sawyer Wreck. Plus, in tag team action, CCK takes on the Moonlight Express. At noon at the Philadelphia Convention Center, the WWE presents The World on WrestleMania. It's a convention, it's a fan access that they've renamed for some reason, where you can meet all your favorite WWE superstars that are not busy doing other things that day. It's usually a good time. They usually have some great fan exhibits. I went to one before. It's fun. But you can check that out at the Philadelphia Convention Center. But I'd much rather you come to this Scott Holiday approved show. Labor of Love and Sean Henderson presents Euphoria at 1 p.m. at Attic Brewing Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The same place as WrestleJohn and the same guy doing commentary. There you will see Daniel McCabe taking on Edith Surreal. Plus, Sean Henderson himself goes one-on-one with Colin Delaney. And see the Williams brothers, Jordan and Tracy Williams, taking on KZT. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So please join us at 1 p.m. at Attic Brewing Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you want to go somewhere else, there's of course All Caribbean Wrestling presents Philly Mania at 2 p.m. at Billy Penn's Studios. No card has been announced for this one, but you can check out All Caribbean Wrestling at 2 p.m. At 3 p.m., you can check out Stardom American Dream 2024 in the Keystone State. That's going to be at the old ECW Arena. That's the 2300 Arena at 3 p.m. I know a bunch of talent walked out recently, so I'm not positive that this show is happening, but as I've looked last, it appears that this show is happening. At 3 p.m., you can head over to Paulsboro, New Jersey for the Monster Factory presents We've Been Here. The Monster Factory is a fantastic wrestling school. People like Sheamus, 911 have come out of this school, and now they're putting on a show to show that they've been here for quite some time. And at this show, you can see the Monster Factory Championship on the line as David Goldie defends against Steve Macklin. Plus, Shazza McKenzie goes one-on-one with Notorious Mimi. Plus, Travis Jacobs battles from the Lucha House Party, Lindsay Dorado. We head back over to Game Changer Wrestling now as Josh Burnett's Bloodsport 10 is at 4 p.m. at Penn's Landing Caterers. This is going to be something else. If you don't know Bloodsport, they take the ropes down, and it's more of an MMA style of combat. And here you will see Matt Mikowski battle Akira. Plus, in an unbelievable, unheard of event, Masha Slamovich will battle the WWE's Shayna Baszler. Plus, you'll see Josh Burnett himself battle Johnny Bloodsport, or Johnny Superstar, Johnny Elite, Johnny Nitro. He's got 100 names. That all goes down at Bloodsport. That brings us to 5 p.m. for another Scott Holiday approved show. It is Big Dan Champion's 40th birthday bash. Big Dan. So if you've already come to Euphoria, why not just stick around at Attic Brewing Company at 5 p.m. to celebrate Big Dan's 40th birthday bash. It's not just a party though. There will be a death match. It will be Ultra Mantis Black versus Jimmy Lloyd. Also scheduled to be there are people like Bobby Orlando, which I'm pretty sure means Bobby Jr. will be there, CPA, and Tony Deppen. If you want to go to a different happy hour for some reason at the Ukrainian American Citizens Association, there's Legit Bozo Philly Mike's Happy Hour. Yeah, there you will see Jason Furious face Pat Dynamite. So you can check that out at 5 p.m. at the Ukrainian American Citizens Association. 6 p.m., we got another Scott Holiday approved show. So head on over the bridge to New Jersey. That's Gloucester City, New Jersey. That is the Pine Grove Civic Association, which I'm just now learning is also known as Skid Row Wrestling Academy, for Combat Fights Unlimited and Super Crazy Pro presents Fight Night no escape. Every match takes place inside of a steel cage. CFU puts the entertainment back in sports entertainment. And there, for the CFU Undisputed Championship, Jordan Blade defends against Kennedy Copeland. Plus, Journey Burke Esquire faces off against Megan Mason, and also the High Tension Network Championship will be on the line in a rare men's match for CFU as Mike Skyros takes on Jacob Riddick. I'll be there. I'll be a judge, I believe, so be sure to check out Combat Fights Unlimited and Super Crazy Pros No Escape at Skid Row Wrestling at 6 p.m. in Gloucester City, New Jersey. If combat fights is not really what you're into, perhaps you want to head over to Xfinity Live at 6 p.m. for Micromania's tour, Micromania Philly. It is little person wrestling. There's no card for this, but you will see Mini Johnny Depp and 25 Cents, along with other little people wrestlers. You can check that out at 6 p.m. at Xfinity Live. This is a unique one. At McCusker's Tavern, that is on 17th Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at 7 p.m., Dr. Fisher's Medical Weight Loss and Aesthetic Center presents Meanie Mania with the Blue Meanie. I guess we're going to be talking about weight loss with the Blue Meanie. It's at a tavern. It's probably going to be a blast. You can check that out at 7 o'clock. Or you can head over to the Fringe Arts where Cheap Heat Live will be. The Cheap Heat podcast will be recording live from the Fringe Arts at 7 p.m. Or you can check out a Stardom cast. The Stardom cast Philly Mania will be at Jack Steak's Tap Room at 7 p.m. And then there's also the Undisputed podcast with Bobby Fish at Victory Brewing Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There's a lot of podcasts going on at 7 p.m. Where's the lie? Let's get back to the wrestling, because at 7 p.m. at the old ECW Arena, that's the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it is the WrestleCon Mark Hancock Memorial Super Show. And this is quite the Super Show. It is going to be Rob Van Dam, the whole effing show, versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Joey Janela battles Nick Namath. And Masato Tanaka goes one-on-one with Josh Alexander. You can also head to Grand Slam Wrestling's Cheesesteaks and Chokeslam at 7 p.m. That's again at the Ukrainian American Citizens Association in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There you will see Jason Furious battle Tony Deppen. Ericademia battles Andy Heder. And the Impeccables, that's Kid Raff and Kenta Murphy, take on the War Machines. That brings us to 8 p.m. And at 8 p.m. at the Underground Arts, it's Eat the Turnbuckle, the final battle royal bloodbath. Half wrestling show, half metal show, and fun story, there is a deathmatch battle royal that's going to take place. And I tried to get booked on it for fun. I was like, maybe I could be in this Rumble. And then I realized I was super overbooked on Thursday and it's not possible. But I was going to get in there with like the Necro Butcher and Akira and Lucky 13 and Judge Joe Dredd. I thought that was a good idea. Also, in a no-ring death match, Low Life Louie takes on Madman Pondo. Whew, it's going to get crazy at Underground Arts at 8 p.m. Also at 8 p.m. at the Monster Factory in Paulsboro, New Jersey, it is 5-Star Wrestling. We are 5-Star. There you will see Tommy Vex battle Nick Robles for the 5-Star Heavyweight Championship. Chris Slade, a former person that I said was on my list of independent wrestlers to break out back in 2023, will defend that championship against Sam Adams and Dia Bando. Also, you will see Joey Martinez versus Mo Jabari. As part of the collective at 8 p.m., it is DDT Pro Wrestling's DDT Goes to Philadelphia. DDT is a comic Japanese promotion with lots of silliness. It's gonna be a really fun time. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want to mispronounce any Japanese names, so I'll just say the matches that I can read, which is one, and that's the DDT Universal Championship as Mayo takes on Billy Starks. It's going to be a fun time. DDT is super fun if you're a fan of Japanese wrestling and you're a fan of the sillier side of wrestling. It's a great time. It's part of the GCW collective. If you can't get into GCW, then maybe you want to head across the stream once again to Williamstown, New Jersey at the H2O Arena. There you will see Action Wrestling present Dean. There you will see Slim J versus Adam Priest. Arez battles Matt Makowski. And Filthy Tom Lawler and One Called Matters take on the Coven of the Goat. Also, Warhorse is supposed to be there. Yay, Warhorse. But maybe at 8 o'clock, things are winding down. You need something wrestling related, but you don't actually want to go to a wrestling show. Well, then you can go to The Undertaker's One Dead Man show at the Fillmore. The Undertaker's been touring this for a while. It's just The Undertaker on stage telling stories from the road. And The Undertaker, he knows quite a bit about wrestling, so you might want to check that out at the Fillmore at 8 p.m. If you don't want to go to that one, though, Nigel McGuinness has you covered with a Magical Night, a WrestleMania weekend special event at the Black Squirrel Club at 8 p.m. At 8 p.m., there's also Wale Mania at the Franklin Music Hall. That's going to be a concert. It's going to be fantastic. There's going to be a lot of different music artists along with wrestlers like Shelton Benjamin, Ricochet, and Omos. And if you want something a little bit more low-key, Jeff Hardy will be in concert at the 2300 Arena, the former ECW Arena. So if you want to listen to Jeff Hardy sing, this is your opportunity. At 9 p.m., back at the Ukrainian American Citizens Association, it's such a mouthful to say every time, Smashmaster Wrestling and BYO Wrestling present From the Woods to the Hood. There you will see the Steel Killers, that's Mike Skyros and Adina Steele, take on Tater Cakes, Riley Crow, and Uncle Masty. Plus, Stan Styles goes one-on-one with J.S. Hawthorne. And in a big tag team scramble, we have Brawmite versus EC Mayhem versus the War Machines versus South Street Survivors. And if you're already hanging around for Smashmaster Wrestling, why don't you just stay at the Ukrainian American Citizens Association for 880-DOES-215. There you will see Edith Surreal batter Reese Hayes. Envy Young battles Derek Dillinger. And Ziggy Hyam takes on Paris Sahara. At 11 p.m., you can also head over to the Sheraton in Philadelphia's downtown area for WrestleCon's Q&A with Sting! Yes, it is a panel with Sting. You can ask Sting questions after his unbelievable retirement match at AEW's Revolution. And finally, just to make the Thursday segment just a little bit longer, at 11:59 p.m., that's a frustrating time, Jersey Championship Wrestling presents GCW and JCW versus the World. This is again part of the GCW collective at the very nice place, the Auditorium at Penn's Landing Caterers. There you will see for the JCW World Championship, Masha Slamovich battles Saraya. Plus, Jordan Oliver takes on Angie Blank, and Los Desperados in tag team action battle Team Dragon Gate. That's going to be a fantastic 6-man tag. Hey, Editor Scott here. It's like 10:30 at night and I really want to get this video out, and I'm just about to start editing Friday, and that's gonna take a really long time. So this is officially a two-parter. So part 2 will be out tomorrow or Sunday or next week. I have no idea, but I'm tired, so I wanted to get this video up now. So please enjoy, or I hope you enjoyed, part 1 of everything that's happening WrestleMania weekend. If you want to make sure you get a notification when part 2 drops, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell. And if I missed anything, leave it in the comments, and I'll also have a correction section in the next video. Quiet car out there, I'm recording an outro. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for Plus 2 Wrestling, and I hope you have a great day.